Hello there, welcome into the latest edition of the SAU Softball Coaches Show. I'm Daniel Gallegos, joined alongside head softball coach Corey Lyon. And Coach, regular season has come and gone, so you and your coaching staff and your players are preparing for the upcoming Great American Conference Tournament. Actually going to be traveling to Bentonville, Arkansas tomorrow. It was a very successful regular season for your program. Numerous records, both team records and individual records were set. Some of them still have a potential to be set, but all that being said, 32 wins later, you're the number 2 seed in the conference tournament. It'll be the highest seed going into the GAC tournament in program history. Talk a little bit about that accomplishment.
Well, very proud of this team. We set out at the beginning of the season, and we knew that we had the opportunity. We knew that we had the potential to have a special team. But honestly, I can't give the kids enough credit, my coaches enough credit. There were several times this year where things had not gone well. We kind of stumbled through. We were dealing with injuries quite a bit, and this group had every opportunity in the world to kind of pack it in, and the fact is that they haven't, and so I'm very proud of just the way that they've really bought into what we're trying to the direction that we're trying to go with the program. I've thought the last, especially last year, I felt like we had enough talent to be able to compete for the title. We made a really good run my first year here, finishing 3rd at the conference tournament. And then last year, we kind of hit a wall at the end of the year. And so going into this year, team chemistry and the approach to the game and believing in the process was something that was good. That was big for us, and the girls have really bought in, and we have a lot of really special kids, and I think that having talent is one thing, but having kids that are willing to put the team first, having kids that are willing to play for each other, having kids that want to play for each other, I think that's been the difference. And having 32 wins is great for our program. Going in there as the 2 seed, that's something that we're excited about, and we're just looking to build off of all of the momentum that we've created, and go out there and make a run.
You're coming in the tournament as a number 2 seed. It's an 8-team tournament, so you're going to be taking on the number 7 seed in the tournament. And this year it's going to be the University of Arkansas Monticello, one of our close rivals. This year it was kind of interesting. They were part of the whole, what the conference billed as Rivalry Tuesday, and it's kind of a neat format. Instead of playing, the one team 4 games over 2 days on a weekend, it was you played home and home doubleheader series, which was pretty unique and really cool to see, to be able to play at home and at their place. In that series, though, very evenly played, coming away with a split 2-2, each team picking up at least 1 win on their home field. With the familiarity of that series and how it was kind of played out, how do you see that matchup playing in the first round?
Well, Monticello's always going to be a tough out. They're well coached. They've got good kids. They play hard. So they're whether they're the 7 seed, the 8 seed, that really doesn't matter. They're a good team. They know what it's like. They've got some older kids, a few kids that were there from a couple years ago when they won the first conference tournament. And so, it's not going to be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. We split with them earlier. Really kind of felt like we coulda, shoulda, would've. Won 3 out of 4. We let 1 get away here in extra innings that we had several chances to win that game. But I feel like we're in a good place right now. I'm very confident about the way that our team is playing. Hannah pitched, only 1 game against Monticello this year and was very successful in that game. So I feel really good about her going in, and she's familiar with that team, having been here the last couple of years, and kind of understands their hitters and understands their philosophy. So, she's being a student of the game. I mean, she's going to be prepared. We feel like we've got a good idea as far as having played them 4 times, knowing what we're going to see from them, and I feel like we're going to be ready, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. just for the opportunity to get out there and you know, kind of show everybody what we're made of, you know, and you see bits and pieces of the different teams throughout the course of the year, but the one thing the conference tournament does is, you know, it kind of puts you out there, you know, kind of puts you out there on the platform, and everybody from the conference gets to see what you're about, and you know, it's fun. And I'm excited for the girls because, you know, they've worked really hard and been through the grind of the regular season to get to this point. So, you know, I'm excited for the girls to get out there and be able to enjoy the moment and be able to, you know, really lose themselves in what being in postseason means, and you know, I like our chances.
You know, from a coaching standpoint, you've got obviously a very young team, a lot of true freshmen that are contributing for you. Without them, you know, you kind of look at the season, you wonder, you know, where you would be. And so they have really stood up to the challenge and carried your team, particularly offensively, and Shelby on both sides, offensively and then in the circle. But knowing that you have a young team, relatively inexperienced coming into the tournament, from a coaching standpoint, what's the focus that you're trying, or the focus of the message that you're trying to deliver to your team?
Well, you know, our message right now is, you know, like I said, we've talked all year, and our main focus all year has been, you know, we're focusing on the process and not the outcome. And if we do what we're supposed to do, if we play the game the way that the game is supposed to be played, we're going to get the desired outcome. And, you know, really, it doesn't change. You know, the good thing about a lot of our young kids is that they've played a lot of softball. And this, for several of them, Maddie, Shelby, you know, Brittany, you know, several of our young kids, this is why they played college softball. You know, they came to college to play in these type of situations. So, you know, I don't see this as being anything too big for them. A lot of them have played in national tournaments and played in those kinds of, you know, state championships. I mean, we've had, you know, 3 kids that played in the state championship game over the last couple of years, and over in Texas, and you know, which is a pretty big thing, Texas high school sports-wise. And so I don't see that being something that they will. I don't see it being too big for them. You know, it's just one of those things where we are really, you know, everybody's 0-0. We're approaching this as a, you know, this is free softball for us. We've got nothing to lose. You know, we weren't picked to finish second going into the year. You know, we were picked to finish in the middle. So, you know, for us, it's about, we're going to believe in what we're doing. We're going to stick with the process and, you know, do everything we can to give ourselves a chance to win.
We appreciate it very much for your time. Again, that's head softball coach Corey Lyon. He and his Lady Mule Rider softball team are preparing for Great American Conference Tournament coming up. Their first game will be this Thursday in Bentonville, Arkansas. They have a first pitch scheduled at noon. Again, that's against the number 7 seeded Arkansas Monticello Cotton Blossoms. Be sure to check MuleRiderAthletics.com and GreatAmericanConference.com for your basically your tournament central for this entire GAC softball tournament. It'll have all your live links to kind of get you prepared both beforehand and during the tournament. And Coach, wish you all the best of luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you.